What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back, guys, to a brand new video. It is Pokestocks here, and welcome back, guys, to the $1,000 investment series. So if you guys are new or you have watched the first episode already, go ahead and check out the first episode, guys. It's really a series. It's be episodes, and I'm very excited, man. This is going to be a really thought process of what I do to buy my stuff. And here are the quick rules, guys, before we hop into this. Rule number one, I will start with $1,000 USD. As this is episode 2, we ended off with 525. If you guys actually want to know what I bought, and I went an explanation every single one of them, go ahead and check that video. Posted it yesterday. Rule number 2, I will gain $500 weekly. Trust the process. In order to actually make this a consistent series, instead of getting $1,000 a month, I would practically be bankrupt already in the first 4 days. So 500 is just going to add that variety and make it a little bit more consistent. Number 3, I will go into depth. So if you guys want to learn what Pokestock does, and most importantly, how a lot of investors think in this current bullish market, then stay tuned for that. This is a great learning process. Number 4, I cannot go into negative numbers, obviously, right? No debt. And number 5, guys, track budget spending here. So I'll be tracking everything to make sure we are accurate, and it's a great way to see growth, etc. Now, if you've not already and you want to go ahead and be part of the Discord, then go ahead and join in the description and comment section, guys. I'm going to be interacting a lot now, just due to the fact that with this series getting brought up, I'm going to have a lot of talk with you guys because a lot of you guys have disagreements, agreements, and I'm willing to hear everyone's opinion. And remember, this is not financial advice. This is just all my opinion. So let's hop into this video, guys. Well, last episode, we did some great purchases right now. Obviously, it says we're up, I believe, whatever, but it's the first day. Market isn't really going to show profits that fast. So we ended up picking up the Surging Sparks Costco bundle. Now, unfortunately, Pokedata does not have that added into their database yet. So I just went ahead and bought the ETB and booster bundle separately at the price of the current rate of those. A little bit complicated, but straightforward. Then we bought 2 Blooming Waters, and then we ended off the video, guys, on picking up the Umbreon and Sylveon. Now, I'm not going to explain why I got them, right? This is a whole different episode. I already did that last one. So, again, if you want to stay up to date, go ahead and check out the last episode. Now, I want to start this video off, guys, by going over a recent comment I had on the first episode. And honestly, dude, I had my mind sort of like, wow, like, guys, listen, I make mistakes. I'm a human being, and I am humble enough to admit my own mistakes. So if you guys, like, literally, you know, I'm not going to be that person that's going to fight my point or seem arrogant or anything like that. So let's go over, I'm not going to say the person who commented just because privacy and stuff. I don't know if he wants his name out there, but he just went over the fact Pokestocks. So you're saying that with this product getting released, right, the Prismatic Evolutions Sam's Club box, you're saying that when this product drops, we're going to have so many packs enter the market. You think that's going to, you know, hurt the ETBs, the booster bundles? That's what I said. I said ETBs are going to take a hit. And then he went over the fact, okay, Pokestocks, well, if that's true, then what about Blooming Waters? When Blooming Waters got released into the market, did that hurt the ETB price? And I was like, dude, you're right. So, like, practically to summarize this, because I know I talk yappish all the time, this product right here is not directly going to affect Prismatic ETBs. And a lot of you guys say, obviously, a lot of you guys are going to say that. But, like, listen, I thought in sort of my process, and listen, I'm humble enough to admit my own mistake, okay? So at least take that as a sign of gratitude. I've learned, and I'm 100% agreeing with that, bro. Like, with this product coming out, guys, literally just dropped yesterday, I believe, right? It's not directly going to affect ETBs, and that's a valid point. Even though this will affect the price to pack ratio, an ETB is such an exclusive product that it will not affect it. And how I can guarantee that that is 1000% accurate is because when Blooming Waters dropped, right, through Costco, Target, GameStop, it did not directly affect the ETB, even though the price to pack ratio of 151 dropped. The 151 ETB did not, because it's just such an exclusive product. So I just want to mention that out there, guys. I do want to admit my mistake. As already one episode in, kind of crazy, but listen, I'm not saying I'm not someone you should listen to, guys. I've made really good predictions and very solid things throughout, you know, the few months I've been doing this channel. So I'm not here to say I'm a bad investor, but again, just admitting my own mistake. Now let me drink my coffee here, please and thank you. It's 7:30 in the morning. And a lot of you guys hate when I drink coffee, bro, or water. But listen, bro, let me your boy drink. So, day 2 is here. We currently have a budget. Now it's actually locked in of $525. Now, of course, as this is day 2, I don't want to go bankrupt and have nothing for tomorrow. So this really might not be a video where we buy anything, but go over some buys I'm going to be looking forward to be picking up. If we hop in, guys, to Prismatic Evolutions, I do want to talk about the Super Premium Collection because this is one of those few products right now that I do really like. And the main reason why I love the Prismatic SPC is because if you look at 151 Charizard Celebrations, right, those are all hitting record high numbers. And the main culprit on why those are pushing so high is just due to the fact, guys, that the print volume and how many were printed were very low, right? 151 is a great example of this. Charizard UPC Celebrations, once they were printed, they were sort of gone. And I do think with Prismatic Evolutions, if you guys do remember, Pokemon did say that they would be printing Prismatic into the ground, and honestly speaking, I don't think they're lying because they're really doing hard on Prismatic right now. But the SPC is just a great example of this might be the only product, and the Pokemon Center ETB, I'm not going to forget about that one, that it just has a very low print run and just that exclusivity around it. Now regarding Prismatic Evolutions, right, I do say this is going to be a very interactive video where I do show a lot, guys. So I'm here to provide you everything I have. I think this is what Prismatic Evolutions looks like right now. It's just a very reddish area. And using common sense market knowledge, we always are taught, guys, to buy low, right? So this is the dip, and then to sell high. And if we really look at Prismatic ETBs, which I like to do because it's sort of, you know, the main culprit of everything. If I just go ahead and find it real quick, let's go to it right here, right? Past year, it's definitely, guys, in its down era right now. I mean, past month we've seen numbers hit 100 and it keeps sort of falling below that. For those of you guys who do not know or wanting to learn more about Prismatic, I do think it's a set you should study because it really determines the overall hype of the Pokemon market. I think so. The market and numbers are demonstrating that we do not want Prismatic under 100. I'm not saying like I do not want that. It's just like how the community is reacting. Every time it falls below 100, it just pumps all the way back up. And it's something that we've been analyzing, a lot of us investors. And as you guys can see, when it fell right back down to 97, it picked right back up to 107. Then it fell again, and obviously it's falling right now just due to the massive amount of ETBs being in the current market. Now, using facts, right, not my opinion here, if we look at the past 6 months, whenever it falls below 100, it tends to just pick back up. And I do think that during this time when it fell below 100, a lot of us missed out, and a lot of us were like, damn it, man, I can't buy Prismatic because I missed out when it was 100. This really, guys, might be a great opportunity to pick it up at that same price point again. And just using what we know and using, you know, the past data, will it ever go below 100? Will it ever go below 90? That's the thing. That's the thing that's really questioning us. But is it really worth risking $10, bro, just to save $10? Or should you just buy it now and sort of be safe? That's where I'm coming into this prediction right now, because Prismatic Evolutions, I 1000% agree with you guys, is really at a really, I gotta stop saying that word, bro. Let me just rephrase that. Prismatic is just at an all-time low right now. And you guys can say, oh, you're stupid for saying that, whatever. I really do think so. And I know Prismatic is really controversial in the current market, but again, it's just one of those few sets you should study. Because how Prismatic Evolutions is doing is usually demonstrating how other sets in the current market are doing. So I'm not going to purchase a Prismatic ETB this video because obviously our budget isn't that massive to go ahead and spend, you know, $100 here, $100 here, then we're going to be bankrupt. But I'm going to keep analyzing this, and every single episode we'll be checking back on the ETB and seeing how it is performing. Now, I did want to pick up the SPC for this video, but I'm still debating if I'm going to do that because as our budget is kind of tight, 525, and we might do that tomorrow or might pick up something else. Of course, the market will not change dramatically in one day unless we have a buyout, which is very unlikely for Prismatic Evolutions, just because the set is still so new that there's still so much vulnerability and market active volume, whatever you want to call it. So we're passing most likely on these so far. Now, I do want to talk about Pokemon Center ETBs because these are hands down the current, you know, trend in the market. Everyone's throwing a lot of money into Pokemon Center ETBs, and I could totally see why. For those of you guys who do not know why everyone is throwing a lot of money into the Pokemon Center ETBs, if I can go ahead and draw it out for all of you, they just tend to be the safest play. Because what's happening right now, right? And I'm going to draw this out as this is, guys, a ETB and booster box, right? So this is just regular ETBs and booster boxes. They tend to have really good growth. And then all of a sudden, when Pokemon decides to do a massive reprint like Costco, like Surging Sparks, Prismatic, they just fall dramatically. Now, if I were to draw a smaller thing, right, and were to label this Pokemon Center ETBs, I do think that what's going on with these products in particular is they tend to just have really, really strong growth long term. And of course, if they do get restock on the Pokemon Center, they fall, but they pick back up right when they fall. And I do think why that happens in terms of why they fall, you know, when they fall, they pick back right up, is because people know, guys, that Pokemon Center ETBs do not have a massive restock, do not have a massive reprint. And whenever we do get a restock or a reprint, again, I'll show you using facts, not just my yapping skills. If I go back to Prismatic Evolutions, the ETB has gotten reprinted multiple times. And look at the past year, guys. Look at this TCG player graph. Do you want to keep in mind TCG player is just one of the many sites used for Pokemon investing, so keep that in mind. But I do think if we were to look at the graph right here and really sort of study, when we do have a massive, you know, print, release, whatever, prices fall and they scoop right back up. 350, massive reprint right here, guys. I'm not going to cover it, but look at massive fall, pick right back up, massive fall, pick right back up. And literally, bro, just 2 to 3 weeks ago, we had a massive reprint of Pokemon Center ETBs. They fell all the way down to 221, and now we're all the way back up, guys, 25% to 311. So again, not using my opinion, but using my facts here, that is why Pokemon Center ETBs are such not volatile, but such safe plays, right? Because once they fall, they scoop right back up. And if they don't get reprinted, right? Say Prismatic Evolution ETBs, Pokemon Center ones do not get reprinted. I don't think, you know, it's going to stop. I think it's going to keep going. So that's why, if you guys do not know, if you're new to, you know, the hobby still, that is why Pokemon Center ETBs tend to be a safer play. And regarding ETBs and booster boxes, right? Look at Surging Sparks. Right now, it's fallen. And I think it's actually going to take a while for it to recoup because the damage is done, the bombing has happened, and it's going to take time to rebuild. But again, Pokemon Center ETBs just tend to have that safe play. And to hit you guys with a little bit of a fact right now, Obsidian Flames has just recordly done some stupid stuff. It's hitting like literally $755, $850. I believe on eBay, one sold for $1,000. And Obsidian Flames is one of those few sets that's really, really old, quote unquote, in the Sword and Shield, oh my god, in the Scarlet and Violet era. And with rotation happening out of April, I think a lot of people are throwing their money into, more importantly, these older Scarlet and Violet Pokemon Center ETBs like Paldea Evolved, 151, which is why those numbers are still so high. Now, here's what I could tell you guys, and here's how I'm pivoting in the current market, right? To be 1000% honest with you, and I'm not saying this, you know, whatever, but I feel like every other Scarlet and Violet ETB has already hit its record highs, right? I mean, not so much record highs like it's going to stop growing, but it's just already grown so much. But if we look at, you know, the newer Scarlet and Violet sets and look at Destined Rivals, for example, guys, right? That Pokemon Center ETB is at $290 right now, $250 market price. I think that is a great buying opportunity instead of, you know, paying $1,000 for Obsidian Flames. I'm not saying that, you know, Obsidian Flames is a bad buy, but again, showing this graph, guys, look at that line of division, right? You're going to make 3x here, and you're probably going to still make a lot of money, but you already missed out on this 3x, right? So it's better to hop on the boat than to just hop on the one that's already going, you know, to freaking, what? I don't even know. What's a beautiful country? I just got to shut up. Practically what I'm saying is that it's better to, you know, buy now at these lower prices than pay $1,000 here, because you know, right? Let's just use our current facts again. Those older and Scarlet Violet sets are doing so well that these are most likely going to follow. Which turns my point, guys, to Destined Rivals. I really, really do respect Destined Rivals, and as a lot of you know, and as a community, we've come together to recognize that this being one of the best main series Scarlet and Violet sets. And I, as a personal collector and investor, can totally agree. I am looking to pick up as much Destined Rivals in my personal collection In fact, I do think it is one of the best plays. I'm going to be honest with you guys, though. I think we should probably wait it out regarding the booster box and the ETBs because, listen to what I just said earlier, right? I do think we're going to have Destined Rivals ETBs and booster boxes reprinted guaranteed. The set literally just came out, and we still had no massive reprint for it, so I think it will happen. It's just a matter of time. But regarding what I was saying, guys, Pokemon Center ETBs, right? We don't know if we're ever going to get a reprint of these. We don't know if we're ever going to get a massive restock. And if we do, it will most likely just fall and pick right back up. And I get this question asked all the time, Pokestocks, Destined Rivals, is it a good set? Should I be throwing my money into it? Yes, it is a really, really good set, and you should be throwing your money into it, I think. But you should be smart, right? I do think Pokemon Center ETBs, right now as we speak, in August, might be the best buy. If we do not get a reprint or restock, which I'm going to be honest with you guys, I don't think we will. I could be totally wrong. There is a 50% chance because they usually do at least restock it a few times. But I'm not going to lie to you. I think 250 as a market price is a great buy-in because that's sort of like the middle ground, I think. If they do get reprinted, they're going to pick right back up to 250, or if they don't, they're going to pass 250 and probably hit $300-$400. And Destined Rivals is just one of those few sets that I think if you predict this long term, you're going to see it do so well. And that is why, guys, so many people are throwing their money into it. So if I had to make a purchase this video, it's going to be a Destined Rivals Pokemon Center ETB. Now keep in mind, guys, I would love to pick up every single product like the SPC, more Blooming Waters, but guess what? With $525, there's not a lot of wiggle room. And if I want to make some good purchases day in and day out for this series and actually make it, fun, not have no money to spend on the third episode because that'd be kind of stupid, we're going to go ahead and do that. So if we go to sealed products, we're going to just buy a Destined Rivals Pokemon Center ETB. There we go, 250. Very, very solid price point to buy in, guys. I have a card show coming up, I believe, in September, and most likely speaking, these will not be 250 anymore. They're probably going to be 280, 300, but I still think that is a great time to buy in. So 250, I'm very, very excited to go ahead and add that into our collection. There we go. Let's go ahead and check that out. 250, awesome. So now we do 525. And just to show you guys, right, I do show the math. I do show what I do to track this stuff because I do think it is very, very important. So 525 minus 250, that would equal, let me just go on my phone calculator. I want the most accurate stuff and not just my mind yapping. So 525 minus minus 250. This brings us to a total of $275. Now we will be gaining 500. What is it? Next Monday. So we do not have a lot of wiggle room. I might have to change the rules around maybe to actually make it a little bit more, interesting, because I don't know, guys. We're already down to almost 60-70% of our entire budget, and this is only day 2. Shoot, this is bad. We could do one Destined Rivals Pokemon Center ETB. So that brings us to, if we scroll down a little bit, day 3, which is going to be starting tomorrow, which brings us to a total start of $275. So that goes ahead, guys. We fill out everything here. We are tracked with our current purchases, with our latest data, 275. Very, very happy with that. And this is what our current portfolio is looking like. As again, please, guys, this is going to be a really, really interactive, fun series. So if you want to stay up to date every single day, then smash the like button, subscribe, and of course, join the Discord for more updates regarding the series. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a great day, my friends, and I will see you guys in the next one. There you go. All right. Peace out, chat.